All right, we're back here with the Paint Trips podcast. We're here with the Primo Movies edition. So we're here with John, my cousin. So pretty much what we're going to do in this episode is we're going to watch a movie, one of our favorite movies. We're going to draw some scenes from it and just talk about the movie. So right now the movie's actually playing as we're watching this. We have no audio just because we don't want the video to get taken down. But, all right, man. Well, welcome. Let's get it started. That's how you brought your Digivices.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right, so what movie are we going to watch today? The Matrix, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So right now we're at the scene where he's talking on the phone with fucking Morpheus. You remember how old you were watching this movie? God.
No.
I remember this fucking movie took like the news by storm and shit. Like,
I was in middle school.
it was middle school, huh?
For me, you were elementary.
Oh shit. You know where I remember the Matrix the most? Conker's Bad Fur.
That was the first thing that popped into my head. When you remember, I was just thinking of the scene in Concord.
Yep. That's like the thing I remember the most about this movie. That's like almost where it originated, but I hadn't seen it before.
Yeah.
You know, but that's always my first thought.
Yeah.
Didn't they do a parody of this? Yeah, Chappelle, right? Didn't they do a parody of this?
I believe so.
Where he like calls him over and he's like, "Come on, dude, let me borrow your stapler or something."
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
No, I just remember the Conquer scene, the most vivid. Like,
the Conker's one?
yeah,
We played that game.
way too much. And then when the Xbox one came out, man,
Going crazy.
we went and bought the second Xbox and the second copy of Conquer because we couldn't play on the same console.
Dude, but I had a lot of fun. We
Remember that one night when we stayed up till like 4 a.m. and we were teaching other people how to like be as badass as them.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, "Dude, do you guys know where you're at on the leaderboard?" So like, what, like 5,000? What? It's like, "No, you're top 50." We're like, what?
Yeah, that was crazy. And then like later on you found out like a lot of the people that were in the top, they had found out that cheat or whatever.
Where they would just park in the lava and
yeah.
yeah.
And then the leaderboards just went stupid like after that. But yeah, when
But
the
I mean,
game first came out, you were in the top 50 for
To
like,
hit
first
top
month.
50, yeah, that
Yeah,
was.
first month to second
And
month.
we were sky marshals real quick in that one.
Yeah.
I just remember I'd knock people over and you'd shoot them in the head real quick.
Dude, that was a lot of fun.
I remember having competitions too with you where I would try and, if I got the spin right, I could cut their head off.
Right
But you
before
would
you shoot
snipe
it.
them right before I'd get the head.
Yeah, I remember.
Dang it, that's my kill.
Yeah, we used to fucking when it was like the ones to do the obstacles or whatever, we would go through them like crazy. I think there was only one that
The
we didn't.
Star Wars wannabe stage where
was
like
the Star
I would
Wars one?
hack the first two before they could get to us.
Yeah.
And then by the time they'd like get to me, try to
already
kill
shooting
me,
the last
you're
two.
already shooting the third one. So they're like, "Oh crap!" And they go back to you. By the time they get to that third gate, though, you're already shooting at the boss and the
Yeah.
heart you had with your powered up bullets or
I
whatever.
remember that shit.
That was hilarious. That and the beach were
And the
like
beach. The beach
easy.
got so
You could
good.
take out, I think, 3 gates from the beach.
3 gates from the beach, and then the last gate was up to you.
Was me and the
And
guy.
then
I'd
the
have
last
to go hide and use the little drone and blow it up in his
Yeah.
face, and it'd be instant kill.
Instant. Yeah, I remember that shit.
That was a fun game.
Yeah, I wonder if people. I mean, I'm sure there's like such a small amount of people still playing it. But I wonder if people are doing like LAN parties because you can't play online anymore, right?
I think you can.
Yeah. Oh,
'Cause
probably
it's
like a private server.
It's,
or something?
it's like a back compatible title now.
Oh, really? So they put up a server for the online.
I believe so. Yeah.
Well, that'd be pretty cool. Does that mean you can play it on the new Xbox? Is that what it means? Oh, yeah. That's good. That
In
extends.
fact, I think I bought it. I just haven't played it that much.
Oh, okay. That'd be cool to play online still.
Yeah, heck yeah.
It'd be like something to do fun on a weeknight or on a weekend. You just chill a little bit.
I just remember going through and like I was the sneaker and you were the sniper and just we gotta unlock all our abilities and we had to get everything. I remember with the when you unlock her secondary weapon was the knife, and if you get behind him and you get the instant kill with the knife, she'd be like, "Who's the bitch now?"
Oh yeah, I forgot they were cuts. Yeah, they were cuts.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
What did the sniper used to say? Ooh, double pistol.
Yeah. When you pull out the two pistols. Yeah, I
Ooh,
remember.
double pistol. That shit was cool. Yeah, at least they all have like catchphrases.
Yeah. And I remember you could take out the flights like nothing.
Oh yeah, because it had a little weak spot in the very
And
back.
you'd shoot it in the back. Boom, boom. And when they'd go
And
down.
then go down. Yeah, I remember that shit.
I don't remember if you could take out the big planes, but I remember the little one-man ones you could take out like nothing. With your purple bullets or
The
whatever.
purple bullets, yeah. Yeah, when you level up like really high, you get all the extra perks. Right?
Yeah, you got the purple bullets and the DU tips and all that crap.
Yeah,
And
the YouTube.
yeah.
I was wondering, I was like, what's the point of these stupid things? And then you start using them on the vehicles, and it's like, oh,
That's
one
what.
shot almost kills on the one shot on the smaller vehicles killed, 2 shots on the big vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 2 shots. I remember. Remember that snow one with the teleporters, and we like figured out how to bring over the little
We get the
lollipop?
teleporter and we get it right next to theirs, and the
Yeah.
other one coming back up because we'd be capturing really quick.
Yeah, and they were like, what the hell's going on?
yeah,
Yeah, that was cool, because they couldn't use the teleporter, so
they'd have to destroy it or something like that. I forget.
they
but
couldn't go through it. That's why it was cool.
I just remember we'd set it up so we'd have one in the return so we could go through real quick and capture.
I remember because it was nobody, because this was probably at the time we were trying to teach people. Nobody knew how to fucking set up the portals properly.
Oh,
It
I
always
know.
had to
They'd
be
always
me
have
and
like
you.
outside the base or something like that.
It always had to be me and you, and we had to kind of like try to tell people like what to do. Be like, just grab it, dude, and follow me. And it's like that's all we could do, you know?
Yeah.
We couldn't carry it over because we were the ones that fucking gatekeeper and shit.
Yeah,
The
no,
gatekeepers.
I remember that. That was.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I remember I hated people that would be in vehicles all the time because it was like, really, you're not gonna do anything? You're just gonna fly around and like get a couple kills?
Yeah.
Like we do all the objective stuff.
Right? It's so weird too that it was like they're like little animals.
Yeah.
It's like little animals that were driving around with, like I think that's, I don't know, I haven't played Fortnite but I've seen it and I was like, that kinda looks like Conquerors, you know?
Yeah.
I haven't played it, but I was like, it kinda just based on like the third person view type of thing. And like you get like little things. Obviously not the building though.
Yeah,
Not the
definitely
building.
not the building.
Or Overwatch, I'm sorry, I'm confused. Overwatch.
Overwatch, yeah.
Yeah, like everybody has like their little perks or their little, you know.
Yeah,
things.
no, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and Conquerors had that,
just-
like, little specialty.
Yeah.
Shit.
Conquer though, it's just a special place in the heart. That was it.
For real, man. Even the 64. Remember how much fun we had with the 64 before the Xbox One came out?
I remember playing with David, and I remember I got him to just put down the controller and quit playing because I was the teddy on the beach, and it was him and I think Mario both were the
Refugees?
yeah, they were trying to get on there, and it was just me, and I had the bazooka, and I remember David had just got off the boat. And he was jumping up and down on the dock like as he was running forward. And I timed my rocket just right. Boom! Splattered him right on the dock.
Right on the. Wait, so he jumped into it, right?
He jumped and right in the air.
Perfect. Was that right around the time he was like, weren't you kicking his ass or something?
I used to
Throughout the
always
whole-
kick his
throughout
ass
the
in
whole
that game.
match. And he was just kind of frustrated. He's like, you can't get me if I'm kicking it here.
Yeah. Boom! I remember I used to screw with him when he'd want to go on the switch. So I let him get really close, like where he would jump up and he's about to land on the switch, and then he'd splat because I nailed it.
And then the Switch always had a little delay just for
Yeah,
that.
just
So
long
you
enough.
could-
If you could do it, boom, you'd get him.
You get him.
And I remember with Mario was vicious, or it was you. I might have one of you two. I just remember playing, and when I'd hit him with the rocket, but it wasn't dead on, so it would just knock him down. Then you'd shoot him in the head while they're still on the
Yeah,
ground.
I remember that shit.
And so they don't even get through the animation because the head just pops up.
I remember that. Dude, that was so much fun. We used to whoop ass.
Yeah.
Didn't we have like wasn't it 2? It was 2 against 2, right?
Yeah.
But couldn't you play the beach? Oh no, that's a different one. Conquer. So.
Yeah, the
So
beach
it was
was
two-
in
it
Conquer's.
was-
It was
yeah.
just different on the Conquer's Xbox.
Dude, that one was a lot of fun. I wish they would have made it multiplayer.
Yeah. That online I'd enjoy. If they put that stuff online,
That'd be super cool.
I'd play the hell out of it.
Yeah, because the Raptor one, was a lot of fun.
I hated that because like it seemed like the Raptors always had an advantage. But if you play the computers as the little cavemen, they beat the shit out of you with those clubs. Just whack, 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 whack. It's like, I can't swing that fast.
Exactly, I remember that.
I just remember I liked the Raptors. Luigi!
I used to like Heist. Remember Heist?
Yes.
Heist was so much fun. The money ran away.
I got the dope. Now I gotta go.
The money ran away. We're gonna have to cut this out. It's 10:45.
And then also in the heist mode, they had the at the end where he's like, people have been asking me, where's Paulie? Where's Chicho? Where's Frankie? And you know, I think I can say they've gone for a swim. And then you see him with the cement.
Dude, that game was cool.
Yeah.
There was Heist, Raptor. Oh, there was Race, huh? Remember Race?
I don't remember that. I mean, I
you
remember.
were on like a surfboard?
Was it a surfboard?
Yeah, it was like a little surfboard. You were a caveman, I think.
I never remember that one because I never really played that one. I mean, my favorites were Beach, Heist, and we were just talking about it. Raptor was good, but it was another one. I can't remember.
Beach, Heist. Fuck. Dude, I can't remember it.
It's been a while. I remember in the story mode, I liked I don't know why, my favorite level was when you were a bat and you had to crap on the villagers.
Dude, I used to have such a hard time with that.
That was such a hard level, but it was so much fun, I didn't care.
Yeah. You know what we can do, too? We can play Conkers.
You have it?
Chess has it.
She does?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I bought it for her. No. I think we bought it together. The one I bought for her was Majora's Mask.
Okay.
I bought Majora's Mask.
And I went out and bought a 64.
Yeah? Yeah, she's got a 64. I bought her a 64. I think it was a Christmas present. You bought it like the old one, right? They don't make like
Right. It was huge. But it was a 64. I didn't care.
Dude,
I had to get Bomberman 64, and I had to get Bomberman 64 the second attack.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I kind of miss it. I miss those 30 old games. Like the 64, Super.
Yeah.
Like those were, and even the GameCube was a little sturdy. Not as much, but like those consoles were like sturdy.
Yeah.
You know? Like the 64, you fucking put it in your backpack, take it everywhere, nothing fucked up on it, you know?
Yeah.
It was like a solid fucking pack.
Yeah, that's true.
And the Super too. The Super was like solid. Not the NES. The NES always fucked up. I hated that shit. But the Super was solid as fuck. And which one? Oh, the Sega. Remember the Genesis?
Oh man,
that shit was solid too. And even the little fucking portable one you had.
Game Gear.
The Game Gear, that shit was solid. Just boom, chunky ass fucking break. It wouldn't break, you know?
And now you've got me thinking another good movie to watch is Surf Ninjas. Talking about the Game Gear.
Surf Ninjas. Yeah, I forgot about that movie. Alright, so that's a future episode. Yeah, Surf Ninjas. I wonder how many people would actually know about Surf Ninjas.
I don't know.
That was the one with Rob Schneider, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so weird. I remember when I first saw him, what? He's in this movie?
Yeah.
And Judge Dredd, too.
Which one?
Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I rewatched it more currently that I was like, oh shit, Rob Schneider's in Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
You know?
It was just for me the biggest shock was going back and seeing Surf Ninjas and realizing that was Rob Schneider. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, he looks so young too.
Yeah, he does.
This scene is always like so serious.
The blue pill or the red pill?
Didn't they do this scene on Conkers too?
Did they?
Wasn't he sitting on a couch like this as Morpheus?
remember. Probably.
They did Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, I remember that.
Nazi titties.
Oh, and I love the death.
Oh, the one where you have to pee on him? No, that's the Devils. But that was funny too.
Yeah.
You have to go around peeing on the little fiery demons.
No, but Death. I like Death. He was hilarious.
Yeah. He's like,
Fucking carts. Pays in the arse.
Fucking squirrels.
My damn lives. No. They could have as many lives as they wanted, as long as they gave them red
that's
tail.
So cool. Come on, I mean, it's stretching it or whatever, but it makes it unique to that game.
Yeah.
I've never heard that anywhere else.
Yeah. With the cats, they kept trying to kill them to get rid of their lives. Fucking cats. Oh, but then you were talking about the devils. I like going to the cheat code screen, and then you put in the wrong code, and you say, nope. Then you put in the exact same wrong code again, and you be like, didn't work first time, it can work second time, dipshit.
I remember that. And they had sneaky voices like that, too.
Yeah, I would do it just to hear him call me a dipshit.
Yeah, and remember, didn't they, wasn't there areas in the menu where, if you just waited a little bit, they
little
would talk?
animations
yeah,
and stuff,
animations would happen? Yeah, I remember that. I think they did a really good job.
Or when you went into the cheat screen, you cheating bastard!
Oh, yeah!
I forgot about that
one. You cheating bastard. Dude, that game was cool.
Yeah, it was.
That game consumed a huge part. That game, Halo fucking the New Conquers, fucking Dead or Alive consumed a lot. Fucking, there were certain games that are staples in my gaming career.
Halo 2, God, I think that one sunk the most hours though.
Halo, yeah, for sure. Easily Halo was the one that sunk.
I mean, we would just hop on in the morning and play till 2 in the morning and then go to sleep and do the same thing the next day.
Weekdays, weekdays you were staying up the whole weekend.
Yeah.
I remember we used to stay up the whole fucking night, go to school, come back, and stay up late as fuck even after that.
Yeah, I remember those days. And ranking up was a bitch because you'd only get the people that would glitch like crazy. You couldn't get anybody that had just skill-based matches. I mean, you could, but it was rare.
I don't even know how the online is anymore, dude. I haven't played online stuff and video games like that. It's so long. I don't know. It's even the dashboard or
honestly,
stuff that it has now.
Me personally, I just mostly play stuff that's co-op now. I haven't played very much competitive stuff anymore. I don't know. I've lost interest in I'll do some Halo. I'll play those just to get all the achievements. Once I get the achievements, I don't play competitive anymore.
Yeah.
But I got the Master Chief Collection, and I had to 100% that, so I had to do all that, which sucked.
But that's fun. You're not
yes
doing
and no,
it,
because some of those were get 50 kills with a shotgun. I hate the damn shotgun. I don't want to get 50 kills with it.
That is true.
That was Mario's arena, it was a shotgun. You know me, I was the BR and the sniper rifle, I like precision weapons. I don't like to just turn a corner, pow, you died. What the hell?
Remember when fucking the plasma pistol and the BR rifle?
You just charge and then you swap, and before the charge even hit them, you pull the trigger and then they're just dead instantly. And then they made a whole mode around it where those are the two weapons you had.
Yeah.
What did they call it? I forget what they call it.
They don't have that in the new one, right?
I know they did SWAT and stuff like that in the new one, but I don't think they did.
And that's just one shot head.
Yeah. I got really good at that because I always aim for the head anyway. So, when I do SWAT, I tend to win my matches because when in a normal match, I go for the headshots anyway. So to be able to just kill you in one pop, it's this is easy.
It is cool when you. It's even cool when you go super long range on that shit.
Yeah. Then you just see the thing. Oh yeah, I got him.
Yeah. Because you don't expect to be long range with that.
Yeah.
I always wanted to recreate this scene where he's pulling his plug.
Why would you want to?
Not recreate it in real life, in a painting. I just realized how fucking gross. It's dude, really? You see me in the tub? Fucking trying to
Pulling your ponytail?
Fucking tub full of jelly. I'm all fucking gathered up and shit.
Like, why would you want to recreate that scene? But then when you say in a painting, okay,
In
that
a
makes
painting,
more sense.
Or in a drawing. I always thought this was so fucking sick. Like, this shit made my mind just like wonder and stuff like that. Like, it's, what the fuck? That fucking machine looks so like insect-like, right?
Yeah. Everything they show looks so insect-like.
Which makes it even more like crazy. Because remember, whatchamacallit? Spaceship Troopers? I love that fucking
Starship
movie.
Troopers?
Starship Troopers, yeah. I love that fucking movie. And the insects were always so fucking creepy, you know? Fucking giant roach-like things and shit.
Yeah.
That always made everything so like crazy. Like, it gave it a sense of like horror. Like,
horror, yeah.
yeah, because of the insects and stuff. And even like the giant brain one, the way it would suck its brain out of like the other people's shit, I was like, man, this movie's tight, you know? So
That's what
like,
you consider tight?
yeah, I think it's super cool. And like it gives the movie like a crazy background, like a unique background.
Yeah,
you know?
I'll agree with that.
So I think that's why I like it, because of the unique background. And this is a unique-ish looking background. We're about to always background, you know?
Not always.
I guess not always, because Universal Soldier, he started off as a bad guy, and then he ended up being a good guy.
There's so many of those Universal Soldier movies. Have you seen them all?
No, dude. I know there's like 2 more that I stopped at.
It's like 5 now, I think, or
Really?
something.
There's like, yeah, so 2 more. I think I stopped at 3. The 3 ones with Goldberg, right?
That was in the second.
That was the second. What was the third one? Whose was another wrestler? Stampo? Batista?
I don't remember.
I forget what the third
So
one.
the
Maybe
next-
a UFC fight.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe a
yeah.
UFC fight. That's what I was thinking.
That was a good movie too, Universal Soldier.
It was a good movie. We're gonna watch all these movies, dude. I forgot they did that. Like acupuncture looking shit.
Why do my eyes hurt? Because you've never used them. I was like, that's a profound thing to hear.
For real. This fool not woke.
Right?
Not woke at all. Who's your favorite character? Aside from Neo, I think your favorite character might be Neo.
Mouse.
Mouse? Who's Mouse?
You don't know Mouse?
No. He's in the second one.
And the little one behind you is Mouse. You don't remember Mouse? What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh my god. Dude, this is how long ago I haven't seen him.
The digital pimp, hard at work.
Dude, I swear to God. Does he come out in this one?
Yeah, it's only in this one because he gets off like everybody.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no wonder. Be more memorable, man. Nah, I haven't seen it in that long, dude.
He's the one that he's like, so what'd you think
the
of
little
her?
kid.
He's like, think of who? The woman in the red dress.
He put her in, right?
You know, she doesn't talk much, but I could arrange for something much more personal if that's what you're interested
Wait, but isn't he a bad guy at the end?
in. No, that's Cyrus.
Oh, okay. I'm confused.
Yeah.
I like how they add needles in this, because needles are pretty fucking gross. No? Like, imagine waking up and you're full of needles. Because you had needles. You're full of needles because you had needles from something else.
Well, like for me, the disturbing scene, like when he was in that puddle of jelly, like when you see all of them down his spine.
Oh, yeah. Like
That to me is like,
vertebrae. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Anything in your spine. Any needles in your spine are like the most painful looking ever.
Yeah.
Don't they say when like they take bone marrow off, they take it from like your, like they drill into your bone? No, it doesn't. Like, I heard it hurts.
I would imagine. It's not something I want to experience.
Me either, man.
Mouse, right there,
Oh, okay.
behind him. And the little one behind you is Mouse.
I like the color palettes they went with on the futuristic.
Yeah.
Like it's greenish, grays and shit.
This is APOC, Switch, Cypher. That's his name. The ones you don't know are Tank and Dozer. The little one behind you is Mouse. Bam, Mouse right there.
Oh, okay. Do you like him because he dies?
So almost anyone I can pick on that crew is gonna die.
They're all gonna die. Except her. Well, she's gonna die too.
Thanks for ruining the third movie.
Right? I'm sure there's a gang of people that have it.
In fact, the only one that doesn't die in that crew is Morpheus.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Which you assume he's going to be one of the first ones to die, especially after the first one.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. The first one, he almost died, no?
Yeah, he was captured by him and they tried to get the codes from him. Man, he was small back in this movie.
Who? Keanu?
No.
Morpheus?
Yeah.
You saw him?
You see him in John Wick and he's like,
oh, yeah.
Bigger.
He's bigger, yeah. I always thought this was pretty cool, too.
It's just
Where-
like
in the white
Conkers.
room?
It's like, what do you need? Guns. Like guns.
Oh, yeah. That was such a fun chapter.
Yeah, it was.
Because you did the whole Matrix shit.
And then the alien one, too. Get
Oh,
away
the-
from her, you bitch!
Yeah, the alien.
No, but that Matrix was cool. How you would slow it down and jump off the wall and then go behind the pillar.
And honestly, dude, they picked a good mix of movies to parody.
Yeah.
Right? Because they even parodied the old school Dracula movie.
Yeah.
It's like they parodied a good amount of fucking movies.
Yeah.
Like if someone remade a game, not Conkers, but similar to that, where they're kind of parodying movies a little bit, I'd probably play it just to check it out, just to see how it.
I'd be interested. I mean, because now you probably get something like Avatar,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Maybe even like a little pixelated version. Because a lot of people are doing a lot of those pixel games.
Yeah.
And they're pretty fun. They look pretty fun. Like the one you were showing me. Weren't you showing me the Zelda book?
Yeah.
That was like a 3D pixelated one.
Looks
That one looks super dope.
Comes out in a month. I can't wait.
Like, what would be dope in that fucking... In those graphics? Fucking Scott Pilgrim. A Scott Pilgrim in those graphics would be dope.
Yeah.
That'd be super dope. Even a Mario would be pretty fun. Like a Mario RPG in
Yes.
that style.
Hands down.
Dope.
Yes.
They'd make a gang of money on that shit.
Heck yeah, they would.
Mario RPG in that style?
Hell yeah. They
Get people's money.
right?
Just get people's money.
You could charge $100 and they buy it.
Dude, if they made an open world in that fucking graphic, open world multiplayer RPG, Mario RPG style, they would bank off so much money. Think about it. Like,
Yeah.
massive world RPGs, people love.
Yeah.
Isn't Minecraft kind of like that? Where they have
Kind of.
like multiplayer
Yeah.
servers and shit.
Yeah.
If they did that with that Mario RPG, dude, that'd be so dope. And they can even add all the fucking characters from like the Mario parties and all the characters. They would just have. Why would just take people's money?
Just take
Right? Little fucking Animal Crossing characters as RPG, and like in that RPG.
Well, the art style really reminds me of a Golden Sun.
Yeah.
Man, I would love if they re-released Golden Sun. I'd buy the hell out of that.
In those graphics, that'd be dope.
Tone them up and throw like the both of them as a bundle on the Switch. That'd be
Dope. Dope. Oh, Fire Emblem would be pretty cool in that style too.
yeah.
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem, yeah. Instead, they're going for like the. I mean, I like the new one. It's fun. The
It's
whole
kinda like
anime
Final Fantasy?
graphic styles and stuff. It's cool. But now that you bring it up, that'd be badass.
That'd be dope. I love when they stylize when the style of graphics change.
Yeah.
Like, you remember when they were doing like I don't remember the year it was, but they were doing like Sin City style.
Yeah.
And Beautiful Joe and like that. And then what was the other one? The one with the dog, the Japanese
I don't know
dog.
what you're talking about. I don't remember what it's
I
called.
forget what it was called, but that, like, all that was like, oh shit, like,
Was it
graphics changed in style, you
It's
know?
like origami or something like that.
Oh, I think so.
Something.
Oh, something. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was cool, you know. And like going realistic is dope.
Okami.
Okami. Oh, okay. Okami. Going realistic is dope as fuck. Like, don't get me wrong, it's cool the more real.
For certain things, yeah, I think it's a good one.
But
for
stylized,
other
artistic ones like that, it's fucking beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
you can't argue with the aesthetic beauty of games like that.
like Breath of the Wild,
Breath of the Wild.
I really like.
I never played it, but I
but
fucking
the
saw
art
it. Yeah,
they used, the
yeah.
art direction they took with that game was mind blowing.
I like when they do that. Dude, honestly, I don't know why there's no Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse game.
I don't know.
That would be so dope.
Hell yeah.
That would be so dope. And if they make it open world, all the Spider-Man games are fun.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fucking play that game and be like, nah, it's not fun. Fucking Spidey, some guy across the fucking building. I don't know. I've yet to meet the person. You know? But
Right?
imagine that in Spider-Verse.
When
and
you take them all the way up and then pile drive them all the way down.
dude, I don't know why they're not doing that. I would totally buy that fucking
Hell
game.
yeah.
You put up stickers. They do like a sticker challenge
Oh,
and stuff
yeah,
like that. That'd
yeah.
be so cool. Oh man,
That was such a good movie.
yeah,
It really was. It's my favorite Spider-Man movie.
yeah. Mine too. Mine too. I made that painting. Did you see it?
No.
I started this. I haven't finished it.
That's pretty slick.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make it like oil style. I'm trying to make it like this style. But, I changed up the can, the type of can, but because that's my favorite can. But the rest is the same. The spider's gonna be the same. And all that.
That was a really good one.
That was a dope movie. I was thinking of the background, getting like a little sheet of circles, like metal circles. You know how sometimes they have like those. I don't know if it's for insulation. I don't know what the floor is or something. But it's just like a sheet, a whole bunch, and do that. Bring it here and stencil the circles, and then do the painting in the background. Look like remember those dots from the movie. You know how they utilize those dots.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're like fucking. There's a certain name for them, but yeah, they did a bunch of dots. Do that for the background of this. You know, I think that would look cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty slick.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try that, and then make it look like transparent. Like do a lot of glazes, so it looks like. I'm excited.
That is badass movie. Like,
We should watch that one here too.
Right?
Talk about it. Yeah, and then do
Yeah.
sketches and shit. Do our own Spider Sona. Let's do a Spider Sona edition for that episode. We'll do a Spider Sona. That'd be dope. Alright, cool. That's cool. We gotta write this shit down.
You've got it on video.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's it. How I easily went from high tech to low tech so quickly. Huh?
Gotta write this down.
We gotta get a stenographer to come in. That's true. We got it on video.
This is when he makes him train.
Oh, okay.
Did you sleep? Nope. You will tonight. I guarantee it.
This guy dies.
No, he doesn't, but he's not in the second movie. I remember them like reading an article way back when saying something like the actor wanted more money. And so they're like, well, you're not a big enough character, so we're cutting. You know.
Bye.
His brother dies. I remember because Cypher hits him and his brother with that electric gun.
Oh yeah, that's
And then he comes back in and he's like, no, I don't believe it. And then he's like, believe it or not, you son of a bitch, you're still gonna burn. And
shit's funny. You know what else? What other movie we should watch that I haven't seen in a long time? Sixth Day.
Where he's a clone?
Yeah.
Damn, you are going old school on me.
Dude, all those old school movies, dude.
The Sixth Day. Damn, that is old.
We're never gonna run out of fucking episodes of this.
And I liked, what else did he do? He did the one, what's it called? Like, where he's protecting the girl from the devil.
Oh, fucking the not Sixth Day.
I don't remember what it's called. That one was like, that's one of my favorites.
Dude, I totally forgot the name.
End of Days.
End of Days. That's what it was. I was like, because
And
I
he's
thought
like-
of it. I was like, don't say that because that movie's the devil. I was like, make sure you say the right one. That's why it took me a while to say six. Because I was like, yes. That's so good.
My favorite line in that movie is when he meets the devil, and the devil like shows him his family again, and then he shows him what happens to his family, and then he tells him, "You're a choir boy compared to me, a choir boy." Like, damn.
Oh, choir boy.
Yeah.
I was watching this comedian, the one I have the portrait of, Chris D'Elia. He talks about that movie Sixth Day, and he does he's a comedian, so he does the accent of Sorry Arnold, and he's like, I like it in that one how he says something, and the bad guy responds to it, so it opens up the comeback, because he's like, oh, I guess the bad guy tells him something, and then Arnold tells him, he's like, well, then you should clone yourself. And he's like, why? You know? The bad guy's like, why? And he's like, because then you could have gone down and fucked yourself. You know? And then he's like, what the fuck? Why would the bad guy say why? Why would he accept? You know your comeback's coming
And then when he finds the bad guy's dead clone on top of his body, he's like, when I told you to go fuck yourself, I didn't mean literally.
See what I mean?
Wow.
And then he was talking about how he has fake fights with celebrities, so he already has comebacks and shit, and claps and snaps at celebrities in case he ever gets in an argument with certain celebrities. He has one for Mark Wahlberg. He's like, I already got fucking comebacks already. Just I haven't hidden away, just in case if something ever pops off with certain celebrities, you know. It's like, man, what the fuck? Crazy ass dude.
You suppose that trophy in the background is supposed to be Morpheus's?
Oh, there's a trophy in the back?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's a big ass trophy. You see that?
Oh, yeah. It legitimizes the fucking...
His dojo.
His dojo. It's all fake anyways.
That's my point. It's like, damn, someone's catering to his ego.
It's Inception, man. They gotta
Inception.
They gotta fucking do the details, or else
Now
they're
you're
gonna-
crossing movies over, you know? That's another movie you gotta put on the list.
Inception.
Yeah. Because then we can argue at the end which way it really happened.
Oh yeah. What were we talking about where we were saying that? Oh, was it with you that we were talking about the Guillermo del Toro movies?
Maybe.
You've seen them, right? You like them?
Yeah, how can I not?
How he leaves his movies at the end.
Oh, I love this. How did I beat you? Like, do you think that's air you're breathing? And he stops breathing and looks around. I don't know why. When you look at the scene when he says that, when he says you think that's air that you're breathing, he looks around the way Morpheus looks. I always think that he looks like, damn, I just passed gas. Hopefully, he didn't breathe it.
For real. He's like,
Right there. You think that's air you're breathing now? And he stops, and then right there, his face. How he looks down, it's like, hope he didn't smell that.
you dealt it? You dealt it? A little comedy. Now he's questioning his reality
Yeah, right.
with a simple fart joke.
I always think this. He does his whole cliche line. Why do they do that? When he finally beats Morpheus, and he punches him, he's got the fist in front of his face. It's like, I know what you're trying to do. It's like, what is he trying to do that you supposedly know?
Right?
It's that's a cliched line. It's what do you mean? I know what you're trying to do. What's he trying to do? Tell me, because it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. He wants to think he's not fucking with him.
Yeah,
He's you're not fucking with me. I know what you're trying to do.
Right?
And it's for you to tell me that I'm not fucking with you means I'm fucking with you.
It's hard for me to watch this and then go and watch like John Wick,
Oh yeah.
because Keanu Reeves' character is still a badass.
He's super likable now, huh? Like he like came back into like the scene or whatever.
Yeah, but he still likes to stay out of the limelight, right?
Yeah, for the most part, right? He seems pretty like chill, like a chill dude.
I'm looking forward to John Wick 4.
What are they gonna do in the fourth one?
Well, they didn't resolve it in the third one.
Oh no, they left it kind of open. Huh?
I feel yeah.
Think of that edit and how simple that edit is. Right? Think of how simple that like edit is. And
What
it's
about
like,
that edit?
Not that one, but definitely not that one. But the other one was like so simple. It was like you can literally do that with like a screen or whatever.
Yeah, just put the shoes on
Yeah,
the
just
camera.
have them, yeah, you know, and it's like put the camera above them and just have them kind of look down, and even put a mirror. Like you can do all kinds of little fucking cheap shit to make that effect.
Like I understand that they were giving you the whole is he or is he not the one? But I feel like this scene would have been cooler if he would have almost made it, you know, instead of like barely making it and just falling.
Oh,
Like have
yeah.
him like land but grabbing the side of the building.
Yeah, give him a little more of the effort than that.
Yeah. It's like right there, that's a normal person's jump.
Yeah.
It's like he just learned all kinds of martial arts. You're telling me he still has the mentality of a normal person? I don't believe that. He should have made a lot closer of a jump to the building.
Or at least hit like really low levels of the building.
Yeah.
So at least he's doing this. You know, there's power behind this.
Instead of just hitting a certain point and falling straight down. It's like Wile E. Coyote chasing the damn Roadrunner. You know, he hits a certain point and phew, it's the same damn thing. He pulls his blood out of his mouth. What's this? It's like, your mind makes it real. Like, damn, I hope my mind doesn't make me bleed when I have a bad dream.
So if your mind makes it real, if you die burning in your mind, you die.
That's a good point.
Like, do you burn? Because he's bleeding. Do you burn or do you like melt? And it's just watching somebody melt with no fire.
Imagine.
You know?
That explains why they spontaneously combusted.
Yeah, they fucking exited the Matrix and died in the, you know, in the real world. Dude, spontaneous combustion is so weird, huh?
It really is.
I always thought that was fake. You know?
Yeah, but you read so much stuff that says that it's real.
Strange. Spontaneous, fucking. What was the thing that they used to do for meat? They used to think that fucking creatures would spontaneously appear. I know I had spontaneous in the word, but it was like when maggots would appear in rotten meat. Back in the day, they used to think that just spontaneously happened.
Yeah.
Before people like really knew about germs and shit.
Yeah.
But it was a word, spontaneous something.
Here's the woman in the red dress. Were you listening to me or were you looking at the woman in the red dress? I was, look again.
I was looking at some titties.
Pretty much.
Was it titties or was he looking at her butt?
I think he was looking at her titties and then her butt.
Looking at her titties. Fucking Neo. What movies did he do before this?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
That's what everybody talks about. You know, I've yet to see that.
You never saw that?
No.
I remember
Titties.
watching that in elementary school.
Titties. People like it a lot. I've never seen it. What kind of slapstick movies do you like?
Slapstick?
Yeah.
Give me
comedy,
an example.
Like slapstick comedy.
Give me an example.
Like, did you ever see Scored? The college one?
No.
Like any of the National Lampoon ones.
Oh, okay.
Even that Naked Gun one.
I saw Euro Trip. I
Airplane.
thought that one was.
Euro Trip is funny as fuck. So watching that one. I like Euro Trip.
I like the whole Pope scene at the end.
That shit was funny. Excuse me. Excuse me. Good. I like how well Keanu Reeves plays confused. Like he's like the best actor at playing confused.
Did you watch Point Break? with him and Patrick Swayze.
I think I saw a part of it. Is that the one with the very end they have to like skydive or something?
Yes.
Or is there a skydiving?
I think they're skydiving in it. I don't know if that's the original or the new one.
Okay.
But like they do crazy like extreme stunts.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I remember. Yeah, he was in that one. Wasn't he in another one too? Kind of like it.
Speed.
Speed. I remember him in Speed. Look how confused he looks. You can't fucking. That's prime acting right there.
I don't know if
looks
that's
like
acting.
he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. You know? I respect that man.
Yeah, then you see him in John Wick and he looks like a badass.
It's good to play I'm confused, I don't know what the fuck's going on. And he fine-tuned that look to make it look like I know what everything's going on. I'm like 20,000 steps ahead of you. He's like super focused in John Wick, you know? It's like, seriously, this guy doesn't panic a single bit. Like, I didn't see him panic once in that fucking movie. Like, he knew what was going on. Like, boom, 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 you know? It was like, oh, okay. So, and then the face he had was determination.
Yeah.
So you went from confused and not knowing what the fuck is going on to determination.
To being the guy you don't want to. Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga. But, yeah,
John Wick wasn't exactly the boogeyman. He was the one you called to kill the fucking boogeyman. It's like, oh shit.
I definitely like how they sprinkled respect from, like, they established characters and they established the ranking of those characters, and then they would give John Wick props. And I was like, oh, like, even like the top notches of like certain agencies, areas, whatever countries respected fucking John Wick or feared him or whatever, you know? But like, that was super cool because they did that a lot in these movies.
Yeah.
So they would establish a character with power, but they would just give you like their rundown and then maybe sometimes an example of that power, and then they would tell you, oh, no, they...
But John Wick, no.
No.
We don't cross him.
Yeah, you know?
We don't piss him off.
So that was pretty cool.
Which always made it kind of surprising the amount of characters that were willing to try. It was like, all these people that know about him, and like these pretty important people are like, don't mess with him. And then you get the people who are like, nah, I can take him out. It's like, a lot of people have said that so far.
Yeah. They got to test it.
Yeah.
And it's always hilarious how it's a fucking... It was over a little bit.
Well, the first one.
The first one, right? What was
The second one was a house.
Oh, his bachelor pad.
Yeah, because the guy was like calling in the favor. And because he didn't do it, the guy blew up his house.
Oh, shit.
I remember that, though. I remember seeing this. Well, I saw the second and the third one in theaters. And I just remember being in the theater when the second one happened. And like after they blew up his house and he's laying there like on the back of the lawn or whatever. And everyone was like, oh, not the new dog too. Like everyone in the theater was saying that. But then the dog walks over and starts licking him and everyone just like a collective sigh of relief. Like, oh.
Yeah, because he did all this for the first dog.
Yeah.
I don't know. I left my phone, dude. Look up the reference. I have no idea where I left my phone. I think I left it upstairs.
Then when John Wick killed the guys with the pencils in the second movie,
What do you do with the pencil? Oh, through the back of their head?
he stabbed one of the dudes and then the other dude, the last dude, he put it on the wall and slammed his head.
Oh, yeah, we remember that.
That makes me think of the Dark Knight scene with the Joker.
Oh,
I'm gonna make this pencil disappear, and he puts it on the table, and the guy comes over and smack, ta-da, it's gone. And then the Russian guy has the face like, hey, it's a good trick.
It's a good trick. Like, don't hate.
Yeah,
on a good trick.
that was my favorite part. Was that dude's reaction? Like, yeah, it was a good trick.
Yeah, I remember. That's another movie you gotta watch.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Which is kind of funny because, like, I like the whole Dark Knight series, but I don't like Christian Bale, like, at all.
Oh, as an actor?
Yeah, and, like, I don't like him as Batman or anything. For me, it's the villains that make all of those movies. Like I like Bane, I like Joker, Two-Face was and then I like Ra's al Ghul. I thought that those were great villains. You know, that's what made the movies.
And the Scarecrow or whatever.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's just like, oh man. For me, if you would have done the villains differently, those movies probably wouldn't have been as successful.
Yeah, he wasn't even a very good Batman.
I mean, he's better than Ben Affleck. But
yeah, what the fuck? Like,
I mean, for me, the weirdest scene for like Ben Affleck, like in Justice League, is like everyone. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Batman. I just don't like how they're like, oh, he's mastered every martial art and all this crapola. It's like, make him realistic if you're gonna make him a human. You know, don't make him some human that's superhuman. It's like, no, he didn't start off superhuman. He decided to become Batman later in life. So he can't suddenly like, oh, I've been training since I've been 7 and that's why I'm a badass. No, that's not how it works. And so I feel like, But the scene that gets me in Justice League is everyone paints him as such a stoic character, you know? But like when Superman shows up in Justice League at the end of the movie and starts helping him out, he just has this huge grin on his face that I can't see on Batman, you know what I mean? It reminds me more of like George Clooney's Batman.
Oh, where it was like more comedic.
Yeah, than it does like Dark Knight style Batman.
Yeah.
And I was like, why would he have a big grin on his face?
Yeah. And I don't know. I think what makes Batman so cool is that he is so dark.
Yeah.
You know, he's always like, he's like most like the Vegeta. You know, Vegeta's always serious. He's always like too much of it in himself. Like he very rarely you see emotion.
Yeah.
That's how I would see Batman, but more. You know, more.
And that was another thing too in Justice League. Like I feel like he should have, if any, the most minimal of comedy scenes, and they shouldn't really feel like comedy. They should be more satirical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like when Superman first woke up and he was going crazy on all of them, and like right at the end when Lois shows up and so he just tosses Batman aside, and then like when you see Batman again, he's like, oh yeah, something's broke. And it's like,
you don't need that.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
You're already destroying a pretty bad image, you know?
What do you think? Did you see? I didn't see it. The Joker, or is it out yet?
It's not out yet.
Oh, it's not out. Okay, but you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah. What do you expect from that? Do you expect it to be good, or do you expect it to be a totally different? Because I mean, remember Suicide Squad? They ended it with that version of the Joker.
I didn't like that version of the Joker. I enjoyed the movie, but I didn't like that version of the Joker. I don't know. I like the actor playing Joker.
In this one, yeah.
But I don't know.
Doesn't it seem like a drama?
Yeah, you know,
it seems very drama-ish or like psychological thriller type of shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely. I mean, you have to watch it and see what happens, I guess. But
I mean, they can surprise everybody, but yeah, definitely don't go in with crazy expectations.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure won't be linking up to the other series very well, you know.
Yeah, definitely not. They're not. Are they trying to link it?
I don't know.
I hope no. I mean, they just keep remaking Batman and making again of money. Huh? Is that why
I feel like it was a knee-jerk response to like the success of Venom, because Venom is just about the villain.
That's what they tried.
And so like they're like, well, DC's side, we have Joker to his Batman, so let's do something in that vein about Joker. And I feel like that's kind of what it was. Like, oh, Venom did so good, let's do a Joker.
Yeah, that sucks. Because that's not fair for the character.
For
the people who like the character.
If it wasn't the Joker, it looks like it'd be an interesting movie. You know what I mean? But being the Joker, I don't know. It's gonna be hard to watch it. You know, it's gonna be like, okay, you know, how is this like Joker-y or whatever? You know?
Yeah, and then he doesn't really have like a backstory.
It depends on like the comics you read and all that, I guess. Honestly, if anything, I would want to see something like about Red Hood more than
Red
Joker.
Hood is Robin, right?
Yeah, although I guess if you want to get technical, the original Red Hood was Joker.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That would have been cool. That would have been super cool. Yeah, I don't know that thing.
Give it up.
I know. Red Hood would have been cool. Didn't they make a Batman animated movie? I remember watching it, and it was really
Under
fucking
the
good.
Red Hood. That one's a
It
badass.
was
I
really
just
good.
watched that one the other day.
You watched it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. I remember watching it with fucking Chris. Remember Chris? Fucking
Dirtbag?
yeah, Dirtbag from fucking
Yeah.
from Xbox.
Yeah.
Him. I remember watching it with him outside by the pool. It was Troy's pool. And we were outside, and we had brought a TV out, and he had the movie. We all just watched that movie.
That's very specific.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that really good.
That one, I really like that one. That would be one I'd
And
like
it was-
to see live
It
action.
was well put together. Like it seemed like really like a movie and not like a animated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it had a lot of suspense and like it would like bring you up and bring you down. You know?
Yeah.
So I think that was pretty good. I think it had like movie scenes, like where they would stretch it out, stuff like this.
Yeah. I remember when he was across the building, he had like the bazooka or whatever, and an RPG, and he is pointing it at the Black Mask's place, and the Black Mask sees him and realizes what he's doing, so he books it, and he's like, "Well, he sure can move when he wants to."
Oh, yeah. Dude, you remember a lot of quotes from movies. That's super cool. That's like perfect for what we're doing too,
Right?
Yeah. You remember that movie, that Arnold one, where he goes into space and he lost his memory? I was watching it the other day.
He lost his memory.
Yeah, he lost his memory, where they switched his memory. He's in Mars.
Oh, Total Recall?
Total Recall, that's what it was. Yeah. I was watching that one. I think I tried watching the new one and I couldn't. There was something about it I was like,
And the new one changes it, but from what I understand, the new one sticks more to the original story.
oh, okay. The first one was like, it was changed. What is it, a graphic novel?
I don't know if it's a graphic novel or a book. I think it's a book.
Oh,
But it's just, I guess, like, as I understood it, like, when you watch that original, if you watch, like, to the end of the movie, the way it ends is like, I don't know if you remember the old school when you turn off a TV and go to the line and then to the dot and then blink off.
yeah.
The movie does that. Supposedly, I've never sat down and watched it that far along, but it's supposed to represent. So, like everything from when he went to Total Recall at the beginning of the movie on, was the memory they planted in him. But he was so invested in it, and they couldn't break him out of it. That's that part where it turns off like that represents them lobotomizing him. Because when you think about it, it was like all this stuff, you know, at the beginning when he's in Total Recall, picking the women and all that. He picked that girl who happens to be the same girl that he meets at that's his ex-girlfriend, and he's a super spy, and all this stuff that he picked that he wanted to do. And that's exactly how the movie plays out after the Total Recall.
And that's the new one, right?
No, that's the original.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But the new one's supposed to play out similar. Like, I think the new one's supposed to be like when he gets to like when he goes with Jessica Biel, I think, and they go to their base or whatever, and they have the Total Recall machines there, and then the bad guys show up,
Yeah. I've seen
and
it.
then from there on, like, they go to the bad guy base and kill the bad guy and blah blah blah. But I guess from that scene on is like Total Recall,
And he had died.
or they erased his memories or something.
That's like, you ever see Repo Man?
Yes,
I was just rewatching that
with
like 2 days ago.
what's his name, Jude Law and
Jude Law and
Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like after he falls down and then he wakes up and then he goes and he saves the day with the girl and they live happily ever after. And then you see, it goes back and you see Forrest and he's like, take care of him, I'm paying for it, take care of him. I'm like, damn. Yeah, that's Total Recall all the way right there. That was a crazy.
That one was
I
crazy.
like that.
I was like, oh shit. And I watched it like off a little server or whatever. I didn't even think, I hadn't heard nothing about that fuck. Nothing. It was just like, I didn't have anything to watch. I popped it on like a streaming, whatever.
Yeah.
Let me watch it. And it fucking took me for a ride, son. I was like, oh, tight. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's this interesting organs and shit. And then I got into it. And then I liked the way the car looked. I love that fucking car they drive.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that shit looks tight. It looks like a Jeep, but like little fucking rugged and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's tight. Like, I want a car like that. And I was thinking about the car and a little bit about the story. And then I got really into it, you know?
Yeah.
And then when you get really into it and like it's at the end, you're like, oh, hell yeah, that's what's up. Like, that's a cool ending. And then, quick twist.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, he's dead. Or whatever.
In the coma, basically.
In the coma. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
And they went that far back. It was like right at the beginning before shit popped off, you know? It's like, that's crazy. Because they had been talking about that, like VR or whatever.
Yeah.
Show up 7 minutes.
Yeah, that one's a good one. I haven't seen that one.
And I kind of want to paint that truck. You know, make a little sketch of that truck.
Yeah.
So right now I'm finding difficulty like picking a scene and like drawing it. I think next time we should come in with the scene and copy like our reference.
Yeah, I think
yeah, because it's. I mean, I can do some sketch, but it's not gonna be what I want.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a little doodle. And
it's gonna be a doodle. Yeah. So I'm thinking next time we should come in prep with a reference on like our favorite scene, and then do that as we're watching.
Yeah.
This is dope, dude. I like this. This is fun. We got to talk a lot about the movie and shit. Isn't she the Oracle in this one only? She's not.
I believe so, because the
Look at
lady passed away.
Yeah.
In between movies. No. I think she's in the second one too, and then the third one is different.
Oh, it's different.
Because she looks at her and he's like, do I look different? And he's like, or do I look the same or something? He's like, a part of your code does. And she's like, yeah, that's what happens. Some of it goes, you know, blah, blah, blah. I think it was the third one that they changed because she passed away, I think. I like when they do that though, when they implement the change into the movie.
Yeah, they don't just fucking do the change. And like, oh, well, this is the new fucking War Machine.
Yeah, right.
That's the most prominent one.
I wonder if he's kicking his ass over that decision though.
What did he ask for more money?
Yeah. He didn't like that Robert Downey made so much more money than him on that movie, even though he had such a small role. And since his role was expanding in the second one, he wanted like I don't remember what I read. I want to say it was like he wanted as much money as Robert Downey was making.
So that right, man. That's right for you.
Yeah, but I've never. I don't know. I mean, I understand it. I don't understand the mentality where it's like either you pay me what I want, or I'm not going to do any work. It's like so that you're not going to get any money. Like I don't see how that hurts me. I mean, I don't. At this point, I prefer Don Chino in the role now. He's done it so long, you know.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, he did a good job because he was there when it expanded.
Yeah.
You know, the other one he had, it was like a cameo.
Yeah, they really made you hate like, oh man, if they do another one, he could be back, you know. But there was like no definite commitment to it.
Parts of this movie are very slow.
What was said was for you and you alone.
Don't tell me that. Don't be no snitch. If you tell me your wish, it won't come true.
I forgot about his glasses that he just puts on like that. He doesn't have over the ear or anything.
Is that to symbolize how badass he is? My head is always perfectly bent. Even if I look down, these glasses stay on. Right?
Because I took the blue pill.
I can clip them to my nose. It's like those coat hangers. You know? I mean the coat hangers, the fucking.
It's funny at my work we'll talk about like we'll be walking around and like, man, I hope I don't see a cat twice. It's like, yeah, because they changed something.
Oh, because of the movie?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you know when you have deja vu? It's like, oh, they changed something in the system. Whoa, deja vu. What? What did you just say? How similar? Was it the same cat?
Dude, I forgot about this. It's got action too, right here, huh? Did they get chased or something?
Yeah, they go on the walls, and this is when Morpheus decides to sacrifice himself, and boom, busts through the wall and starts fighting.
Like
And gets his ass whooped.
Still fights. Who the fuck would fight that machine though?
Neo?
Yeah, but Neo has fucking the placebo
No, he
effect.
fought him before
He has the placebo
he
effect.
beat him, in fact.
Wait, the first one?
In the subway, remember?
Oh yeah.
Kicked him in front of or he smashed him in the top, and then he got hit by the sub. Although then he pops up and comes out and points the gun. So that ain't fair.
Right?
He just killed you. There's Mouse. Mouse is gonna die.
I'm surprised Mouse lasted this long.
With a name like Mouse.
Yeah, at least they let him go out like a fucking G.
I don't know, it doesn't even look like he took anybody out.
Yeah, but he had his big guns. Like felt like fucking Scarface and shit. You saw him? He had a little cigar, no?
But he didn't say it.
Obviously, copyright. You remember that Xbox game? That Matrix Xbox game? The one that came when the Xbox kind of
Yeah.
came out? It was pretty fun. It was tough though. Remember there was like a part where you had to snipe somebody from a car? And then you got a little more insight because it was that black girl and the Asian dude. Those were the characters you played
Yeah,
with.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was pretty fun. It wasn't crazy, but it was hard. It's definitely hard. What movie would you like someone to make a game of? And what kind of game? Because
Honestly, I'm stuck on the Spider-Man one.
does fucking Spider-Man into the universe, right?
That'd be a good one.
That'd be such a good game.
Because I mean, you have all the different ways you can play the games because you can play as a different Spider-Man.
Yeah, and then maybe you can even do a custom Spider solo. And then you add even more elements to that.
Yeah.
You add customization, downloads.
Yeah.
People are sleeping on this. And then it's the music. The music alone, that whole album, I heard that album so much. That music's so good.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, you know, I don't know, they're fucking up. I wish they would have made that. What the fuck, Sony?
What game or movie? Let's see.
They can make it look like, you know what games look really dope? And they can kind of make it look like that? The fucking Naruto fighting games.
Yeah.
You know? It doesn't have to be a fighting game, but I mean, that style
Yeah.
to make the whole game in. And like, you know how in that Naruto game you can walk around and do shit in the city?
Well, I'd want it to match the
actual movie.
the art
They could
style.
do it. They could fucking
Yeah,
do it for sure.
definitely.
That'd be so dope.
Hell
I
yeah.
hope someone wants to do it. Yeah, that's so much shit.
That's hard because I mean, you think of a lot of the movies, and a lot of the movies are similar.
What movies?
Or like the John Wick, but I mean that's like a hitman, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of hard.
Yeah. Let me see.
I like that. I like stuff like that. Like right there, how Morpheus like didn't hesitate. He just like, fuck that, I'm going out to stop him. Like, I don't know if you ever saw the movie The Town. It's like bank robbers and stuff.
Oh, I think so.
There's a scene. It's got a what's his name? The guy that's the current Batman. What's his name? Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner. And I remember the chick that Ben Affleck likes. Like some hoodlums are harassing her, like when she walks to work or something like that. And she brings it up to him like in passing conversation. He's like, "Where at? Where at?" And he knows who it is, and he's all pissed off. So he goes to Jeremy Renner, and he's like, "I need you to do me I need a favor. We're gonna hurt some people." And he's like, "I can't." No, what did he say? He says, "I need a favor. I'm not gonna tell you about it, and you can never ask me about it. And we're gonna hurt some people." And Jeremy Renner looks at him and says, "Whose call we taking?" He doesn't even give a shit. You know? I like that. Like right there, how Morpheus didn't hesitate. It was the same thing. You know, like, whose call we taking?
Fucking, that's it. No hesitation. Because
I got your back. You know.
Yeah.
So I like that. I think that's why I always like playing co-op games. Like, I don't know, one of my favorite co-op moments was actually when you and I played Halo 2. And I know you remember we were on, I think Blood Gulch or whatever it was called, Warsong maybe, and you were in the Banshee, and I grabbed the flag and I jumped on the Banshee or the bomb.
Oh yeah, the bomb.
I think it was the bomb because I had to
it
plant it.
Yeah.
And you took me across, and then the sniper tried to hit me, and he hit me, but he didn't kill me.
Yeah.
I saw my shield flash, so I started squatting and standing so that he couldn't get headshots. And I was riding the Banshee with you. We rode it across, and it was a duo match. It was a double teams. And we got over there, and like I jumped off, and I went inside the base to plant the bomb. And the guy tried to go through the door to get to me, and you crashed the Banshee right in front of the door.
I remember.
And boom! I planted it, and we've got the wind off from there.
That was a lot of fun. I remember that shit.
I like stuff like that, you know, where you had to think outside the box. Because you couldn't just fly straight. If you flew straight, I would slide off. So you had to tilt the Banshee so that I had a flat platform, which is what exposed me to the shots.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what allowed me to get the ride on the Banshee.
Yeah, I remember that shit. That shit was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I remember crashing. I was like, "Oh shit, he's going in. He's gonna kill him."
And I was like, "I only got like an SMG. You gotta stop him. Crash into him or something." You just right in front of the door.
I was like, "Fuck it. Even if I die, he's gonna have to move the fucking thing."
That was like one of my favorite moments.
Because it gave it enough. He got through, but it gave him enough.
But it was too late.
Yeah, it was enough delay to have you fucking. Because it was a short time. It wasn't like a crazy short time. Especially if people were camping, but no one was at the base.
Yeah, because it was just the two of us. The
yeah.
one dude was wandering around, the other dude had the sniper on the side.
That was a fun map. Pretty fun tips. They had like little caves across from each other. It was pretty symmetrical for the most part.
And they took ability away to ride on them because now you can hijack the vehicles, you know, so they didn't let you ride on people's Banshees. At least that's what I remember, like the newer game.
Okay, yeah.
You couldn't do a tactic like that anymore.
Remember we used to fucking make the bomb guy balance himself inside the fucking Warthog? Like in the middle of the Warthog? He wasn't inside, he was just on top of the Warthog.
Yeah, so that we could drive him.
Yeah. Used to try to do all kinds of shit to get that fucking bomb. It was tough.
Like with the Warhog, I remember if you had them positioned just right, you could plant it even though they were still in the Warhog.
Oh, I think so. If they ducked or something.
Yeah, it would be close enough to the planting to count, and then we just drive away real quick.
Yeah. I was like, man, is that Neo? He's trying to kiss Neo? I was like, I don't remember this. Let's see. This is the only movie she really did.
She's in a Daredevil Netflix show.
Oh, she's in there?
Uh-huh.
Oh, really? She must have been there after, like, the second season, right?
Yeah, second season. Yeah, and third season.
Because I saw the first season. She was there.
Second and third.
Is she like that?
No, she's like a big shot lawyer kind of. I think she's in the Jessica Jones.
Oh, okay.
Surprise, asshole.
Have you seen that show, Good Omen?
I tried watching it. I couldn't get into it.
Okay. I haven't seen it, but people like always recommend it, and I was like, I don't know.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. So I bought the book, The Alchemist.
Oh, the story I was telling you about it? Oh, did you read it?
I read it.
It's fucking tight, right?
It's
a fucking good book,
I
right?
couldn't stop reading the damn thing.
It's so
Like, it
dope.
was one of those, like, I gotta go to sleep at 7 o'clock because I need to go to work tomorrow, but I couldn't put the fucking book down.
Yeah, man. It's a fucking good story. I'm gonna rehear it right now. I'm gonna re-listen to it again because it was good. Like it had so many like little gems in it.
Yeah.
You know? And at the very end, like you're like, what the fuck happened? Like what happened? Was like what was that thing at the very end that he was having with the wind and the sun? And it's like, what is that? Like
he like basically summoned the tornado.
yeah, and it's like, wait, what? How did this story turn into that? Like,
Yeah.
but and at the same time, you're like, is this like a metaphor for like you can accomplish like your shit? You know, like even what seems impossible can be accomplished if you like really like focus type of shit. You know, and it's like, like it was a beautiful story. Beautiful story. Yeah, beautiful story. That's dope. I'm glad you got the book. That's so cool. It was a long time ago that I told you about this too. Yeah.
I don't remember why I had seen it in passing. Oh, that's the one Edwin told me about it, and then the book was like on sale or something. Yeah. So I bought it, and then I couldn't put the damn thing down.
Yeah. It like hooks you.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It hooks you. That was a good one. I think that's why it was like, because I think it's old. And it's like considered one of those like master.
It's all and it's been translated in like 30 different languages.
Yeah. It's like one of those literature that's like survived so long. You know what I think? What I think is cool. There was a podcast guest that came over and he was telling me about like an underground group of funk music collectors. So they go around like looking for old music in like stores and vinyls and stuff of like funk beats, funk music and stuff like that. That never got like crazy big traction. You know, they were like the small guys and stuff, but they had really good music. You know, and they collect that music and they keep it.
Yeah.
And they don't share it online or nothing. You can only listen to that specific music if for some random ass reason you happen to have the song, or you go to like their sets. So they're like little DJs, but they have like such rare music. It's like, and they don't share it. Like they'll trade other people for music, but they won't share it. Like they won't give it out and stuff. And it's like, like they have their own little connection. You know?
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool for like literature too, you know?
Yeah.
To have like your own specific, like imagine if The Alchemist wasn't that popular, and it was like a little gem you found in like a book, and it's like, oh shit, like this book's pretty tight, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Like if you can find little gems like that, like little stories, and you make your own collection. That's a badass library, dude.
Yeah, it is.
It's a badass library. It's like, oh, these are fucking books that have been collected. Like you can't read these stories anywhere else, or like you have to go to like a museum and whatever to see it. You know, or whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Because I'm sure there's a bunch of shit that got lost.
I'm sure.
You know? That's crazy.
That's a badass book, though. I really did like it a lot.
Dude, how do I read it? Because I audiobook it.
Yeah.
You know? But I liked it so much. It took me for, I think it was an 8-hour book. I mean, I'm sure you can read it a lot faster than audio, I would say. You know, but, yeah, it was like an 8-hour fucking book or something. It's like shit.
It's a good one, though.
Yeah, because let me get a refresher. He falls in love, no? Like,
At the Oasis?
Yeah. That was after, right? But at the very beginning, he goes on his journey because of like his infatuation with some girl or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like that's why he decides to leave.
Yeah.
With the sheep or whatever.
Because he had met this girl one time the previous year.
Yeah, the trading thing.
Yeah, it was like the butcher's daughter or something.
Yeah. And then that's like, oh shit, like makes you think like, oh shit, like done stupid shit for girls, you know?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, oh, like you can associate, even though it's old school, you can still associate with yourself a little bit.
And like parts of it though were like, no, don't. Why would you do that? Like when he met the guy to cross the river, and then the guy's like, oh, well, give me the money to hold. Like, why would you give someone all your money? Like, what the hell?
And that's even there, it's like we had bad business decisions.
Yeah.
In your life, it's like,
Yeah.
Dude,
And then the job he got right after was basically an intern, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, let me work for you. I just want food, you know? And he's like, let me change the display up and blah, blah, blah. And then he makes everything better. And sales go up crazy. He's got more money than he's ever had at that point.
Damn, dude, that fucking book is done.
Yeah. And then he decides to continue looking for his treasure. That's when he ends up at the Oasis. That's where he meets the girl that he ends up ultimately falling for.
That's so crazy. You can see this guy.
Yeah. Then he goes and finally finds his treasure and has to do that for the bandits. He had to prove that he was an alchemist, or otherwise they're gonna off him. So he summons the tornado, and then after everything, he's like, "All right, I found my treasure. I gotta go back to her." It's like, dang, that was a good book.
It was a pretty simple read too.
Yeah.
It was a pretty simple read. I'm sure after so many translations. I kind of want to find a book kind of similar to like another book that takes you in like a journey.
Yeah.
Like it was just a short journey, but it was such a profound journey.
It really was.
You know, and it's like, what the fuck is up with this book? Why is this book so fucking profound and so simple? You know? I know there's other books like that. You just gotta find them. I wish I knew people who were like crazy into like literature like that. At least older literature.
Yeah, that are more profound stories.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays it's like
they're dope stories. Like
some of them are.
Yeah, but they're dope stories. You know, they're very entertaining. But
I don't know, like some stories. Like I'll read the first book in the series and I'm like, man, Hunger Games. I'll give you an example. I love Hunger Games. Then Catching Fire came out. It was okay, but like then the third one, like I liked it. It was girl or boy doesn't matter to me, but it was a girl in this instance. And then like in the third book, they went from this strong female presence to she was just like constantly whining about PETA and everything like that, you know. And it was just like, and she was like broken and all this stuff, and it was like, why don't you maintain the strong presence? Why does she's like? Why do you have to stereotype her almost? You know. Yeah. And then like another series, I thought it was so good. The first book, I was flying for work, and I was at an airport, and I saw this book cover, and it was like I really liked the look of it. It was like all white, and then there was the text in the background was black. And then there was the guy who was jumping, and I didn't realize at the time, but like the two black circles represent different Earths, basically. And he was jumping between them, and he was like a crimson color, so it really stood out, you know. I was like, man, this is a badass book, you know. So I flipped to the back and I read the description, and man, you know, I bought the book. And I read it my whole flight back, and it was like a 5-hour flight. I could not put the book down. I finished the damn book in flight because I just couldn't stop reading. And I mean, it was called a Darker Shade of Magic.
A Darker Shade of Magic.
And then they came out with a second one. I don't remember what it's called. And then a third one. And like the second one was good, but it started to like go like a little downhill. And the third one was just like, what happened?
It just
like just the way they took the story, you know. It's like, why did you do that? Because the first one, I mean, that first book was amazing. It was a really good book.
What was it about? Like a multiverse type of thing, or alternate universe?
Well, it wasn't a whole universe. It was Londons. He went to different Londons. There were 4 different versions of London. There was the black London, the white London, the red London, and I remember what the fourth one, the Grey London, maybe? I think it was the Grey London. And like the Black London, magic had gotten too powerful and completely taken over, so everyone was cut off from the Black London. But the London close to the Black London was the White London. And the main characters from Red London, which I think was the third one, and then Grey London, I think was the fourth one, which was the farthest from the black. So that's like basically our universe because they had no magic. Red London was like the most flourishing with magic. White London was like black and sucked up so much of the magic nearby that White London suffered also. So like they were like all poverty everywhere. They were starving for magic kind of thing. They could use it, but they're starving for it.
Yeah.
So Red London was the one that was flourishing the most. And like they have like all the elements, you know, the water, the earth, the wind, and fire. But then they also have blood magic, which is what the main character is. And blood magicians are the only ones that could go in between the different worlds.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And blood magicians are like super rare though. It's like in his red. There's right. In his Red London, I think he's the only blood magician. And then the White London had one blood magician, and then he meets a girl in Grey London that turns out to be a blood magician. And so it's like there's not a lot though, you know. And it's just like it was a really good universe, and like the way they did the magic, it was really good.
Or at least where the plot was going so far. Was
the
good.
second one, like I said, was still pretty good, but the third one, it just I don't know. I mean, I have to go back and reread it. Maybe I just wasn't in the right mindset at the time. But I just remember thinking, man, this is such a disappointment compared to the first book. The first book, I was hooked. I was ready to buy 30 books if they came out with 30 books. You know what I mean? But then it just like it slowly went down, you know.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, that first book was just such a good story.
Are you into webtoons? Like, are you reading any webtoons? Yeah. Jess has been reading some webtoons, and she like really likes the way they're going with the story wise. When I started flipping through it, it was like the style you were showing me, where it was like color. And
I should do the one the solo leveling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was it. Yeah. And I think that's pretty cool, man. You know, people have stories to tell, and like the way they animate or the way they create the panels and they have color and all that stuff. That's so cool because it's like an individual artist like, giving you that content. You know, it's that content from him.
There's one that they call The Gamer. It's a webtoon. That one's I've been reading that one too. Comes out every Thursday night, so there's probably one out today. I just haven't read it yet.
That's so cool, man. I think that's so cool. The internet has like given you the ability to nourish yourself with so much stuff. Yeah, you can also be fucking distracted with whatever the fuck, you know. You can just spend your time on social media or whatever. You choose to waste your time hard.
Yeah.
But you can use that time using the internet to like nourish yourself with like creative things, you know?
Yeah.
Like, fucking stories, fucking mini movies, whatever, videos, fucking podcasts, whatever, you know? And it's all this stuff like you're adding into your arsenal, you know? Remember when you used to just have when you used to have to just wait for shit to pop out?
Yeah.
And just wait for things to come out?
Yeah, there's a series that way back when my dad had found a graphic novel at the comic book store, and it's called Wake.
Wake, okay.
And like he ended up buying a couple of them that he could find, and then he looked for them. Like a couple of years ago, he was looking for them, and he found a couple more online, so he bought them. And I think he's got up to like 5 or 7. In the U.S., they only released up to 7. And like I remember reading like the first 1 or 2, you know, him letting me read them, and I don't know why, but the other day I just like not the other day. It's been a couple weeks, probably a couple months now. But I don't know why the series just popped up in my head again. I'm like, man, I kind of want to read it.
Want to read online? So
I looked it up online, and it turned out on the archives online, you could download all of them for free, and they had like up to 18.
Oh shit!
So I was like, oh man! So I went and I got all 18 of them, you know, and I was reading through. And then it ended up my dad started reading them, and Monica started reading them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
They read all of them. You know?
It's a good series then.
Yeah, it's like in space and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool.
It's like very space opera, like Fifth Element kind of stuff, you know.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there was this one in one of the later books the main girl, her name's Harvey, you want to pronounce it?
Yeah.
And she turns out she had a son, and like she goes to where he's at, and there's like these alien brothers. They're like, I don't know how to describe them, bounty hunter-ish kind of things, you know?
Yeah.
They're like badasses, you know? And like they beat her ass, they beat everybody's ass, and then the son comes in and demolishes them, like nothing, like it's a cakewalk. And it's just like, damn, you know, I thought she was a badass. She didn't even know she had a son, you know. And then she comes and finds him, and he's like even more of a badass than she is. You know? It was like a badass scene.
That's pretty cool. And he just picked it up randomly? Yeah, that's pretty cool. See, that's so cool. That's so cool when you like pick up something randomly and it turns out to be like something really cool. You know? I don't understand how some people like only see stuff or only enjoy stuff if it's popular.
Yeah.
I never got that. Like sometimes, like even with my music, like it's not, some of the music I listen to is not popular, but I like it, you know, and it's like, okay, it's cool. Like I don't only listen to the non-popular music, you know, but sometimes you find some dope shit. I'm like, oh cool, like I'm gonna hear it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. But there's some people out there where they're like, it's not. Like if it's not popular, they don't give it any credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's a strange way to see things.
Yeah. Dude, if it's dope and it's fucking dope to you, why wouldn't you like it? Why would you have a stigma on stuff that's not popular? It's so weird. But yeah, man. So now they're in the fucking building. I haven't even been talking about the movie that much, but it's
trying to rescue Morpheus. We've mentioned it once or twice. Yeah, we talked about Conkers in the scene, which is pretty close.
Yeah,
I like this scene.
Do you think they put those bugs up his butt? The ones that go in the belly button to torture him? You know?
Imagine.
That's why he didn't like that scene. He's like, oh god. I think what made, obviously everybody knows, but what made this movie so dope was like the anime style scenes and shit. Yeah, it was just like, oh, that's so dope.
I don't know why, but I ended up memorizing that whole damn monologue that he does in the third movie to Mr. Anderson at the end.
Who, Neo?
Agent Smith, the way he talks to Neo right at the end of their fight in the third movie.
Oh, okay. I don't remember it, dude.
A long one, that's why.
And you still remember it? Did you like it, or it's just like it's something that got stuck in your head? Yeah.
Because like in the whole thing, he starts off it's like why, you know?
He's confused, right? Isn't he like, confused? Or?
Yeah, he doesn't understand why Neo keeps standing back up even though he's getting his ass handed to him.
Oh, okay. Is that when he realizes like the difference between?
Here it is, Trinity, help! It's like, how'd you do that? I've never seen a human move that fast.
Damn, the most famous scene. Fucking
360 camera.
Straight up anime. And they still shot it that time.
It hit him, barely. Please, dodge this.
Damn. So is that person dead?
As far as I know, he just got shot in the head.
I like how they would wear sunglasses on or something.
Yeah. How'd you do that? Do what? You move like they do. I've never seen anything like that.
And they take off their glasses for emphasis.
Alright. What did you say? ¿Qué me dices? Me hiciste venir hasta aquí para decirme que es
Cocaína.
Es cocaína.
I was watching that movie recently too.
Cocaína.
Another movie you need to.
Ay, mierda. Soy un narcotraficante colombiano.
Fucking movie was funny, dude.
Yeah. Honestly, like I don't see. You see how he was swinging the gun right there?
Yeah.
How did that not hit Morpheus?
Oh, for
He
real.
was just making a circle. It's like, how does that not hit the guy you're trying to rescue?
He's like so close to him.
Agent Smith,
What if they just shot off fucking Morpheus' leg?
right?
Or his toe? Just one fucking toe.
Shut up. Tell me. It's like, would he bring that into the real world?
Yeah. Like, would he lose his toe? Would it just be gone?
Would it just be
No blood?
black?
That'd be crazy. It's just, it's in numbers. It's in
Numbers?
The fucking, yeah, in the Matrix numbers. Shit.
He's not gonna make it.
The bugs up his butt.
Oh, this is the cool scene where he wraps it around to hold the helicopter.
Yeah.
I thought, oh man, he's gonna hold the helicopter, but no, she just shoots it off, and like, it's not as impressive.
We'll go to you.
And he gets shot in the ankle or whatever, his Achilles tendon. So did he take that into the real world?
I guess not.
Boom, right there.
He's like, nah, it didn't hit me.
Like he can't make the jump either. See, Neo's not the only one that can't jump.
Well, I mean, he was missing half his leg, though.
Nuh-uh. His leg's there.
His whole leg was
His leg is right there. It's dangling.
dangling by a kneecap. Was the airplane bleeding, or is that just the color of the gas?
Because
Because it was red and
color of the gas.
It's like, was that airplane alive? Dude, I can't believe the movie's almost over. And that girl's got mad forearms.
Right? I'm curious because she's supposed to be back in the next movie too.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, obviously they're all older, so I want to know how they're gonna do this. You know, like Keanu's like the only one that's still in like remotely the kind of shape he would need to be in. You know. I think they've confirmed Morpheus is back too.
He's all children now.
Right?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being children.
Definitely not. But he's gonna try and catch the helicopter. It's like, oh, that'll be badass. No, it's just her.
It does look like he's about to catch the helicopter.
Right? It's like, oh man, epic. Boom. No, it's just her. Doesn't make it as impressive. That's cool. They like found glass that would do that specifically.
Oh, that would rattle
That
it?
would ripple off before it would break.
Oh, so that scene was real?
Yeah.
That's tough. See, I didn't know that. I totally cannot beat him. Some of the shit he's doing.
I love this when he's after he kills Agent Smith in the tunnel and he starts running. He jacks the guy's phone. Mr. Wizard, get me the hell out of here! He just calls him Mr. Wizard.
Mr. Wizard. Yeah, because now they gotta go back in, right? Or they gotta go back out.
I gotta get out. And they get Morpheus and Trinity out, and right when Trinity's on the phone, that's when Smith shoots the phone. She puts her hand on the glass, and it goes, and the headset, the top of the phone goes.
Yeah, I remember that.
So he can't answer. Right here, when they're like, we have to find blah blah blah. We'll send sentinels, and then Agent Smith is like, they're not out yet. Damn it. Sentinels are standing by. Right here, they're not out yet.
Oh, Agent Smith.
Right here, Agent Smith takes over the homeless dude. Right here, freaks out the homeless dude. That's how Smith finds out. What the hell? And then Smith is like, found bitches.
Because if someone sees them, they can see that person.
They get it in their earpiece somehow.
You think it's because that person's awareness of their reality is
It's
no
linked
longer.
into the Matrix. And
Yeah, so if there's an abnormality, it
Well, I know that
sends
was the
a
whole
signal.
reason they had to take the thing out of his stomach was because he could change into him at any time.
So without that thing, he can't change it to.
No, it just made it easier for them to track him.
Oh, okay.
He's changing. Better answer that phone quick. Right here, she puts her hand on the glass. Shit. Mr. Anderson.
Is this where he fights him?
Hell
This is
yeah.
right at the end, huh?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Mr. Anderson. What is he doing? He's beginning to believe. They do their gun fu right now.
The gun food?
Where they shoot at each other and with their guns all fancy like.
All fucking Western. Of course. Straight from any anime.
Right?
The bad guy clash.
You're empty, sorry.
You know.
It's
also a
fancy flip and Smith just gets up.
It's also a metaphor for their souls.
You're empty. I love that how he does that fancy flip to get up and Smith just gets up like, what the hell are you doing?
You don't really need to do all that, man. Oh! Does Keanu Reeves know martial arts? He doesn't.
I believe so. And at this point, I think he should, considering
He has to do all this fucking
well,
choreography.
this, and then he did a martial arts movie. I forget what it was
Oh,
called.
47 Ronin.
That one too, and then John Wick.
And John Wick.
I
my
hope they
favorite
bring Hugo Weaving back to this series. Agent Smith.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I hope he's in Matrix 4.
He's gotta be. He's pretty iconic.
Yeah, he is. Mr. Anderson.
He's still around, right?
Yeah.
I like that punch. It's like he's sideways milking a cow.
Spit out blood. Ugh.
It's like, oh, no.
Jesus, he's killing him. He gets up and Smith is like, what the hell, why are you still getting... Oh, and he does this little like flex. Pisses Smith off even more. And he like hand waves him, come over, bitch.
Chumong Lee. Chumong. He snapped at him.
Oh, I like
Son.
this. When he catches his hand and then he pokes his throat with his fingers.
Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious. Right here.
Oh.
Right here's your favorite punch scene. Punch him through the booth. Bam! And here's the train or the metro or whatever. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna fucking splatter this guy.
Right.
That's when the thought came into his head. I'm gonna splatter the shit out of this motherfucker.
Throw him against the wall. Bam!
Number one, more like 1,000 pieces. It's like, I'm just gonna hold you.
Hear that, Mr. Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability. That is the sound of your death. Goodbye, Mr. Anderson.
How does he get out of this?
He jumps up and slams him into the
On
ceiling.
the top of the ceiling. It's like, I'll go fly out of here.
Boom! He back jumps forwards just in time.
Obviously. Like a fucking person's supposed to do.
And Miller Smith comes out of the train. Like all that for nothing.
That tickle.
Right? Like, why would you stop? Just keep running. Don't look. Don't look. You know what's going to come out of the train.
It's funny how when they transform into the people, like they change clothes too.
Proximity alert.
You know?
Well, yeah, they gotta be in their agent clothing.
Sure.
It's probably bulletproof.
It is. It's a those machines are trippy as fuck too. The little squid looking ones.
Yeah, the sentence. Right here, right here. Hey, that guy's got my phone. That guy's got my phone. And it changes into an agent. He's already an agent. Look at him. Mr. Wizard, get me the hell out of here. Oh, shit.
All kinds of agents too. Oh, and not only clothes, weapons.
Man, they gotta take the gun with them.
There's 3 of them, right?
Yes.
I wonder if these are actual locations or they're built sets. You know, I always wonder that because sometimes they just build the sets. Imagine you can do like a.
Oh, the granny turns into
Apart-
an agent, throws a knife at him. Boom.
Yeah, because if they're actual locations, I wonder if there's like they have like a little mini Matrix tour, like apartments of the Matrix or something.
Well, this gotta be like in Nueva York, though.
Yeah, so if they're not sets, it could just be sets.
Yeah.
I didn't like how they ended it. The first one. Oh no, they ended the first one where it could just be a solo.
Yeah.
How far apart was the first one from the second one?
Like, release date wise?
Yeah.
A few years.
Okay. Where the fuck running my phone? I think I left it upstairs.
In the trash.
Oh. Oh. What's that? It does a lot of running away. Does he kill the other 2, or what happens to the other 2?
Kills Smith, and the other 2 run like little bitches.
Bitches, though, like let him die.
And they didn't like how he died. They're like, no, we didn't die.
Is that why Smith comes back?
Because he killed him.
Or they don't pop up again?
He takes over them.
Oh, okay. They do pop up because he fights them early in the second movie.
He's like, upgrades, but he still beats their ass.
Like,
The door, boom, he gets shot.
Or like you motherfuckers just let me fucking
He gets shot like 10 times right here. He empties the whole damn clip into him. Shit. That was one. He's gotta do a bunch more.
forgot he got shot.
It's just like the Oracle told him he was waiting for his next life.
5, 6, 7.
Like 11 shots.
What the fuck?
Vicious. And here she's like, you can't be dead. Because the Oracle told me that I would fall in love. And with that man, the man that I love, is the one. So you see, you can't be dead. Because you're the one.
Straight up Batman. Straight up Batman.
Right?
Let's intensify the drama. You know?
He's gone.
It can't be. Is it this one or the second one where he stops the machine? Like the real one.
No. It's right at the end. He stops him and then he falls into a coma and that's how it ends.
Sounds
I hate when they do those in movies. I'm so mad that they like said that supposedly they're not doing any more Pirates movies.
why they just not making money or what?
I don't know, Johnny Depp's in trouble or something. I don't know. They said that the last one, the fifth one, is his last one at least. I don't know if they're not making anymore, but he's not making anymore. That's what I mean. No more Jack Sparrow. Which is so lame because, like, the way the last one ended, it looked like they were bringing back Davy Jones, you know?
Oh yeah.
The way it ended, but boom, oh, no more though. You guys sons of bitches.
Yeah, that's alright.
Now get up. And then he stands up and he says no. So it's like, damn, was he telling her no? Shh.
I don't let you.
Here, stops the whole. He just grabs one out of midair. It's such a cool scene.
Super fucking iconic right there to me. Like, would have been cooler if he shot him back.
I know, that's still a pretty badass scene to grab a bullet out of the air and then just drop him.
Yeah. He's rewriting the code. Is that what they say?
I like that, his vision, how he sees the Matrix now. Beats the crap out of Smith with one hand. First is two, and then he switches over to one.
He's like, I'm too fast.
It's right there. He grabs his hand, twists it back, and kicks him. Bam!
Ooh.
That, I think, was a dumb way to do it. Like, really? So he jumps into him.
Look how stiff, like, Vegas.
I like how they both back up. What the hell just happened?
Did he go in him?
You gotta give him credit as an actor. That's a really good scene to enact, right?
Oh, those blows up. I believed it.
And he flexes and breathes in. And then he opens his eyes and like, gotta go.
Y'all next motherfuckers.
Bye bye. Neo! He runs over to the phone, answers it, boom, EMP.
Oh, because they have to get him out before they hit the EMP.
Yeah, because otherwise his brain is in the Matrix.
Oh, no. Can't they wake him up again?
No, because they're severing the connection before the mind comes back to the brain. So your body has no mind. So your body is going to die.
Oh, okay. You can't upload him back up? That's not good. Obviously, we're gonna make such a big deal about it.
That's the way they established it.
You'd be like, oh, well, we just didn't want to turn off the computer. That's the whole point. We just didn't want
Imagine
to
how they would have been in the early days, though, going through the growing pains of all the computers needing to reset. It's like he was still checked in when you reset it.
She gets so mad. All bad.
Right?
We lost a friend today. Damn. I can't believe we finished the movie, pretty much. We didn't draw shit, but it's cool. We weren't prepared.
Okay, next time.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. What movie did you watch?
I think you know what we should do. Make it more interesting. Instead of doing your traditional way where you have them draw and you draw, it's the same thing. Is have just like I draw for 10 minutes, then pass it over to you. You draw for 10 minutes, pass it back and forth. So you get
Oh, cool. Just add it like
collaborative
one. Yeah.
effort than anything.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, let's do that. We'll work on like one piece.
It'll be a different way.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down to try it.
And that way we can talk and BS and just like I'm drawing for a little bit and then you take over for a little
Yeah,
you draw.
that'd be pretty cool. We can even probably get like a black book just for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a lot more interesting.
That'd be pretty cool. We can probably get like a black book just for that.
Because I mean, otherwise, right now we're doing the exact same thing, and before we just have a movie playing. You know?
Yeah.
This way, it's like, hey, we're doing something different.
Yeah, and then like I think, and then after we fill up the book, we can like go through it. And like,
We're watching such and such movie.
yeah,
blah, blah,
we
blah.
can do like a joint YouTube video of just like the flipping through the book,
Yeah.
running over through the book and stuff like that. And then maybe as we're flipping through the book, have little scenes of like of what funny shit happened in that episode.
Yeah.
Maybe like 30 seconds or a minute of funny shit or funny quotes in that episode and shit.
Yeah.
Where we're laughing and talking about dumb shit, and then we'll go on to the next one and we'll be flipping through it and be like little kind of like highlights.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. I'm down for that. That's a good idea. All right, so we got I did a black book.
Yeah.
Black
I
book.
think that'd be more fun to do.
What do
that
you
way.
think? Should we do like a big black book, like the big ones, not the normal size paper, or what do you think? This way we can do like multiple drawings
that
with
way
it.
we can like, because I mean, like if a certain scene happens, I'm gonna draw something like that, you know.
Yeah, that'd be
Just kind
cool.
of spread across the
I'm
whole
down
page.
for that. I'm down for that. That'd be dope.
I think it'd be more interesting.
Yeah, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Because otherwise, I mean, really, what it is, we're talking about the same things we talk about in the art podcast.
Yeah. Pretty
We
much.
just have a movie playing. So this
Yeah.
way, we're doing something different. You know?
Yeah.
We got an art thing passing back and forth between them.
And it's a collaborative thing.
Yeah,
Cool. Yeah, I like that direction, man. I'm down for that.
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then the movies are still pretty cool, and then just chatting and shit, you know?
Yeah, no, I think that'd be more fun.
Alright, so, let's end it. Bye.
Adios.